Hey everybody, it's Josh from the Underground Garage. I'm doing the front coilover conversion on the twin turbo 5.3 liter Mustang. The reason I am going to a set of coilovers on the front, I'm not trying to make the car handle. I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. The only reason I'm doing it is I needed the room. I needed the factory coil springs to be out of there. I need that location for turbo plumbing, turbo piping. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Check it out. This is the 4-cylinder that was in the car originally. So you can see how this setup is. You got a strut out here. This is up in the fender well. And then the spring is tucked away down here underneath this perch in the K-member down to the A-arm. So if you picture this, if you say you set a turbo up here and you need to run exhaust or you need to run plumbing back that way. With this type of setup, there's no way to get anything through here. All of your plumbing has to be on the top side. All of it has to be up here. So I don't want to do that. So if you can get this spring out of here, especially when you go to a tubular K-member, it leaves nice big gaps under there where you can run pipe, you can run plumbing, you can run wiring, anything you need to do. There's just a lot more room and a lot more options. So that's why I went to the coilovers. So since the only reason I'm doing it is for clearance, I got the cheapest setup I could find. At least I think I did. If you guys know a cheaper way to do it, by all means let me know. But I got a set of replacement struts. These are from the parts store. They are the cheapest KYB strut you can buy for a foxbody. When I bought all my suspension stuff, when I bought the K-member, the A-arms, the steering rack and all that stuff, I had that same company send me a set of coilovers. I'm not going to say who the company is. They're awesome. I really enjoy dealing with them. Their tech support on the phone is absolutely incredible. They have incredibly knowledgeable people working there. However, their printed instructions and their online instructions suck. When you get your coilover conversion kit from them, essentially the instructions are going to say remove stock springs, install coilovers, enjoy. If you've never done a set before, or you're unsure of the theory of what you're doing and you don't understand what you're trying to accomplish, if you're looking for a step-by-step guide how to get there, it can be very frustrating. And so the first time I ever did a set of coilovers or a coilover conversion like this on a foxbody, I went through that. I faced all those issues and was forced to learn what I was trying to accomplish so that I could get there without having a set of step-by-step instructions that came with the parts. So I'll run you through how I'm going to set this setup up. Again, I'm not saying this is the best way to do it or even the correct way to do it. Again, this is just how I do it. Your results may vary. This sleeve right here, this is kind of the heart and soul of the kit. It's an aluminum sleeve with external threads. It's got this big nut on it. The coil spring, the new spring, is going to sit on that nut. You're going to take this sleeve, drop it over your strut. You can see this aluminum sleeve has a notch in it. It looks like it's supposed to drop down over this. Depending on the brand of strut that you have, it may not have this wide body at the bottom. So that may do that. That may drop down and sit over that. If your strut has the wide body, it won't. The problem with that is there's nothing to stop this from spinning. Once you've got your coil on here, you can spin this nut with it on the car to adjust the ride height of the car. Well, since we don't have anything, this tab is not locked into anything, oftentimes the entire setup will spin while you're trying to adjust the ride height. So I have come up with a way to resolve that, so I'll show you guys that. You'll notice this thing wobbles and it kind of makes some noise. That wobble right there, that is what most people hear. That is the main culprit of the popping noise. Once this is under load and it does that, that is the main reason that these make noise. So my low-tech solution to that, I take some duct tape. I'm going to wrap some duct tape around here. That's going to take up the extra room in here and keep that thing from rattling. All right, you'll notice as well, this thing is it doesn't rattle anymore, and it's very difficult to turn. That is going to help us if we want to adjust our ride height. This thing's not going to want to turn because I've taken up that space with the duct tape. Is that the right way or the best way? Obviously not, but it has worked for me in the past, so I'm going to continue to do that. One of the other things that you can do, I'm going to take some silicone and I'm going to run some silicone around the bottom right here. I'm not trying to seal anything. I'm not trying to stick anything together. What I'm trying to do is over time, as my tape compresses, this thing may bounce up and down ever so slightly. I'm trying to put just a little bit of cushioning right there so it's not a metal on metal as it bounces, if it ever does. That way when it bounces, again, if it ever does, it doesn't make noise. Quick note on caster camber plates. There's a couple different styles of these. These ones use these rubber bushings. There are some that instead of rubber bushings in here, they have like a spherical bearing, like almost like a heim joint or a rod end in there. I feel like those are a superior quality to what I've got here. If you look at this thing, when this sits on here, you see how much it moves. It bounces around left and right, forward and back. It's sloppy. The reason it's sloppy is when you turn the car, the strut has to turn. It moves back and forth. So this rod that's sticking up in here, moves back and forth in there, and it changes angle slightly. For this to change angle in here, it's relying on the flex in these bushings. So that's why this doesn't fit tight. That's why it bounces around, is so that has room to move. The only way it can move is to overpower these rubber bushings. So the bushings, it's just the nature of the beast. They get beat up, they're gonna wear out. A rod end or a spherical bearing in here is not gonna have that problem. Here's our coilovers on the car. You see we got our spring and our strut all in one nice compact out of the way package. We've got our adjustable ride height. And the main reason I did it is this empty space right here. It's kind of hard to get a sense of in the video, but there's a lot of room right here that wouldn't be there without the coilovers. I can use all that space for turbo plumbing, hot side, cold side, etc., whatever we need to do. I've gotten a couple requests for a mailing address for the Underground Garage. I really appreciate everything you guys do for the like, the subscribe, the views, watching, sharing, all that stuff. If me putting a sticker of yours up on the channel will help you out, by all means, send me some stickers. I'll make sure they get up on the channel. Here's a mailing address for the Underground Garage. It's the Underground Garage, 65 Glen Road, suite number 286. And that's in Garner, North Carolina, 27529. So whatever you guys got, man, whatever I can do to help, send me some stuff. I'll make sure it gets up on the channel.